Another reason Maori tend to die earlier than other ethnicities is because of IQ. Lower IQ also tends towards earlier death, among a lot of other problems in society, including health, life expectancy, and all the homelessness and poverty that we see around. There's an awful lot of things in society that are a function of lower IQ, and that is why policymakers should be looking at IQ as a way to help ethnicity needs rather than money, warm dry houses, possessions, etc. And let's not forget the warrior gene and a factor when looking at what's happening amongst the Maori population. The Monoamine Oxidase A gene, MAOA, the L variant, has been linked to aggression. It's still worth considering when we're looking at why we see more violence, why we see more baby bashings, why we see more death in babies and others in the Maori ethnic IQ group. So this is a good little diagram of signs of low emotional intelligence: being argumentative, not listening, blaming others, emotional outbursts. Do you know anyone like this? Family or friends, business acquaintances, school, tertiary students, possible nearby neighbours, even left-bent ideology MPs in Parliament. I'm sure this might remind you of a few MPs in Parliament, but generally speaking, low IQ, huff and puff and scream and shout and demand, whereas the thinker tends to be a higher IQ, got the light bulb on. So you just need to think of MPs in Parliament and you get a good idea of low IQ to high IQ. Now this chart is just the bell curve, standard deviation stuff, but basically showing you what we all know nowadays. Low IQ tends towards more death, more violence. Higher IQ tends toward more peaceful and living longer. And the Maori Pasifika ethnic group tend to be on the left here and the other ethnicities on the right. So you can draw some of your own conclusions from this. It's not too difficult to see that IQ should be playing a major part in decisions made by policymakers and laws made by policymakers. And if we think throwing money or dishing out houses and food parcels and education and treating Maori differently in education is going to fix the problem, it is definitely not going to fix the problem. And this is just another chart showing the IQ ranges where you've got the low-end intellectually disabled running right through to gifted, and the percentages that are grouped in there and the split of the ethnic groups. It's getting pretty self-explanatory now. Let's hope, fingers crossed, that politicians take note. And finally, this chart shows that you basically have a higher chance of dying earlier if your IQ is tending towards the lower end of town, and a higher chance of living longer if your IQ is heading higher. It's just one of those sad facts of life. So once again, policymakers, you need to plan and not start blaming colonizers for the Maori lifespan, for example. There's a lot of things affecting their lifespan. Last of all is being the colonizer. IQ plays a big part in the misery, if you like, of the low end of town of the Maori ethnicity group. Thank you for listening. WhangareiTim.